Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video on this right here. This is the next character called Ballistic. If you guys don't want to get teased too much about the next season, as I'm pretty sure this is going to be circling the next few days in the Apex Legends kind of community. But this is the next legend, mostly guaranteed, because the leak that I'm about to show you is so well defined that it just makes a lot of sense, and I doubt it's like a fake. So first of all, as you can tell by his character, he looks kind of like mysterious. Looks like kind of like a gunsman type of thing. That's the kind of thing that he's going for with the whole Ballistic name. He used to be called 𝗙𝗲𝗁, and I did make a video in the past about him. And here is the leak right here. Here are his abilities that haven't changed much from the previous abilities when he was named 𝗙𝗲𝗁, with his weapon sling that allows him to have a third weapon, the smart bullet, which is different, which shoots a projectile at an enemy and it kind of like debuffs them. And then the weapon enhancer, when activating your teammates, you get a buff that applies for faster reloads and unlimited ammo as well, which I think is a way better way to do it than like the previous ammo box that we used to have, which I would say kind of promotes a defensive playstyle. And also you could just use 𝗏𝗲𝗁's ultimate for that, so it is very much more aggressive. Now what you'll also see right here is the assault class right there that says access red loot bins that carry extra ammo. This is a class passive for all of the assault characters. Now if you look at the bottom of your screen, you can also see the legend screen is completely different now. You can see the character is actually in the background. I believe that's 𝗏𝗂𝗁 right there. There might be some like extra information on the left hand side and the right hand side, but the most important part is all the characters on the bottom. And they are separated by class, just like kind of Overwatch. However, what's not similar to Overwatch is the current take on the class system. In Overwatch, you have the support hero, the tank hero, and the DPS. However, in this game, I think they've taken more of an approach to having different abilities tied to classes that kind of switch up the play. I believe there's two main classes, the offense and the like kind of movement characters, as you can see at the top, with the Bangalore, Revenant, Fuse, Ashe, Mad Maggie, and Ballistic being assault characters, and then Pathfinder, Wraith, Mirage, Octane, Horizon, and Valkyrie believed to be skirmisher characters, as Wraith has been leaked to kind of have a buff relating to her skirmisher class. And then you can also see subclasses at the bottom, with the Recon class of Bloodhound, Crypto, Seer, and Vantage, which, by the way, I've said this for a while now. I actually had a concept on EA Answers, which I don't know if the developers have took any info from that. I'm completely happy that they have done that, if they have. But I've said for a while that this needs to be done. So they have the actual Recon characters in a group, with like exempt from Pathfinder and Valkyrie and stuff. And then we have the actual support characters, so Gibraltar, Lifeline, 𝗏𝗏𝗁, and Newcastle. Yes, Gibraltar and Newcastle are defense in their own ways. However, the actual defense characters are the ones that can actually like lock down an area now, rather than like the ones that just put up shields. So Caustic, Wattson, Rampart, and Catalyst, they can lock down areas very effectively. However, Newcastle, yes, he can do that. He's more useful for in the middle of a fight kind of support, where you can jump towards your teammate and put a wall down. So that's kind of like the differential thing between them. There are some crossovers still, obviously, but I feel like it's way more defined. Now, I do need to shout out 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗁 for like providing this leaked information, as this is some big stuff for next season. Now, going back to that thing that I was talking about before, like behind the actual text for the abilities, you can see little options. And I'm wondering if they've kind of embedded some form of like info screen. And as you can see by my concept here, I have like Fuse, what class he has, so like the ambush class that I made a concept of before, as well as like the different like areas that he's best in, as well as his abilities and a preview of his abilities. But what I also think they could do is make like a lore backstory thing, similar to, once again, Overwatch. They have a small little paragraph in Overwatch, basically telling you why the character is like in Overwatch and whatnot. So that could be a similar thing in this game. Rather than just having it like tied to like certain skins, they could just have a very brief overview of just what the character is doing here. This is, of course, all speculation because we don't see what them options are. I'm just assuming that they might have actually done that. It would be great if they did do that, but yeah, we can just hope and see when Season 16 comes. Now, one last thing to note as well is that Thorn Smash actually came out and said that this rework of classes would happen in Season 16. However, the chances are we might not actually get Ballistic for Season 16. And he might actually be a Season 17 character, and we might not actually get any Legend for Season 16. So I don't know how that would actually work. I feel like out of any season that they were to not release a Legend, that would be the best season because they're introducing all these new classes. People can get used to all these new classes. They can start using other Legends, trying to think about how what Legends are best to use with them classes. So, I feel like it is probably the best time to not release a Legend for a season, but it would be very weird. I want to know what you guys think about that and what you think about all of this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.